It's called Sunshine. Okay, our horror short. We're going to make a short horror film, maybe like, 10, 15 minutes, maybe longer. I don't know. And it's going to be called Sunshine. And the poster is going to be like all dark and grungy. It's a horror movie, whatever. And it's going to be about a guy. He's probably gay. We're not sure yet. It might be a guy, might be a gay, might be two girls, might be a straight couple. I don't know. We're going to audition some people. We're going to talk to some people, come up with some premises. But for right now, I think it might be a gay guy in the building across from another gay guy. So probably gay, but not sure yet. And he'll live in an okay, but kind of shitty, but kind of hipster apartment building. Think like 2016 Dakota Johnson, How to Be Single movie apartment vibes. You know what I mean? And like, so when he's living in this apartment, he'll like hear shit, right? And like, but he's not terrified of the apartment building, but he knows it's definitely haunted. Okay. And every so often he'll hear like this creepy kind of like demonic singing, but like, obviously he's not going to talk to anyone about it, but his BetterHelp therapist, you know what I mean? Promo code WADA, check out. And there will be like a guy across the street who's like obviously single and like, or not across the street, but he'll have like the apartment across the hall, right? Their apartments, they're in a building, and then like, they leave their apartments, they see each other sometimes in the mail room or like across, just leaving at the same time, whatever, you know what I mean? And so they'll flirt every so often, but like no one will make a move kind of relationship until one day they get into like a situation where he's over at his place because like the Wi-Fi's out and he's like, hey, you're a tech guy, right? Can you come help me? And then like they drink too much tequila and then they end up fucking. And like in the middle of the night, he sneaks back over to his apartment because like you don't spend the night in the New York City hookup, people. And so like they live in the same apartment building, so he just like kind of woke up, so he goes back to his apartment, you know what I mean? And like he hears the singing again, and it's like, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine, you make me happy when skies are gray. But it's like 4 a.m. and he's like half drunk and like he's half asleep. So he just goes back to his place and doesn't think too much of it, right? And so like the next morning / afternoon, the guys like wake up, they're hungover, and like they both awkwardly like leave the house at the same time to go get coffee, right? I don't know. Maybe it's lesbians. Maybe it's I don't know. It's probably two gay guys. I'm not sure yet. Maybe Morgan and Christina. It might be. Maybe I'll use Morgan and Christina as the actors. Maybe we'll do that. I'll pitch it to them at cookie time. And so I don't know. But they leave at the same time to go get coffee because that's what you do after a hookup in New York, right? They leave at the same time. And as they're leaving and they're like having this awkward interaction face to face again after like their awkward drunk hookup the night before, he hears again this singing and he realizes it's coming from the other dude's apartment. He's just, you never know, dear, how much I love you. And then the other guy's like, you want to go get coffee together? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then like the whole time he realizes it's coming from the dude's apartment. He was right. He's not crazy. It was like not a dream. It's coming from his apartment. And so then like he realizes it's coming from the other dude's apartment. And then he's like, you'll never know, dear. And so they go get coffee, and he gets a mocha frap. The other dude gets a cafe latte. And he makes a plan, right? He's like, he's going to figure out his schedule. He kind of already knows the schedule because they've been living there for like a year. It's New York, whatever. And so he figures it out. And like once he leaves to go to like his internship or his job or whatever, he breaks into his apartment, right? And like he hears it, it's like, please don't make my sunshine go away. You are my sunshine. And so like weeks go by, and he finally learns his schedule, and he breaks in, and like he's like looking around his apartment, he's trying to figure it out, and like he opens the bedroom closet door and finds like this kind of like this like being creature kind of thing. It kind of looks like, you know, like what Voldemort looks like, the version of Voldemort at the end of Harry Potter, like that pops out of Harry's scar, like when they're in purgatory or whatever. Like there's a picture on the screen. It looks like that. Like that's in his closet, and it's his 135-year-old mother he's been keeping in his closet, and that's like her life form now. now. And like the only memory she has, because she's just like this little being, because she's so old, the only memory she has is like this song. And so she just sings it. You are my sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Song that my mother has literally left me as voicemails on my phone. Paul will testify,